Alright, this is a money reading for Virgo. I totally forgot. Hold on. Left my mouse on the table. So, anyway, with this money reading, we will find out what is going on with your money intake as far as everything's concerned. Alright, so we have 5 cards. We'll see what these 5 cards have to say. We have Face Your Fears. Night holds many mysteries. But fear not when you hear the fluttering of bats' wings against the evening sky. For bats will protect you from pesky, biting bugs, the bats. We have the lightness of being. May your burdens be few, your blessings be bountiful, and may you discover your own lightness of being. Let it lift you up in all you do. We have determination. Every time you hear it can't be done, you become more determined than ever to accomplish what you set out to do. Dare to defy the expectations. Bumblebee. We have destiny. When you trust your heart and heed the signs, nothing will keep you from fulfilling your true destiny. You are exactly where you need to be on your journey. We have thoughts. Your thoughts shape your world. Cast aside the shadows of doubt and let shiny thoughts pour through. We have the stick bug. Yeah. I always want to say stink bug, but stink bug has its own ambitions. But anyway, so your first question is going to be your financial foundations. We have gives one's optimistic attitude. We have lightning. So you have like a eureka moment, or somebody gives you a eureka moment, some point of inspiration to whatever you're doing. Maybe you have some type of business that requires ideas. Maybe you're creative. Maybe you have like a visual art project, or you have a kind of like musical talent, or you like using words for things. It happens. It happens to the best of us. Excuse me for that. But yeah, you have some type of artistic motivation to your job. Alright, money coming into your life soon. We have luck is finding new love, and we have the number 9494. You might want to look that up. It has some type of information for you with that number. So you need some new love or a new, what is it? A new point of like inspiration. Okay. Let's see. So we have money opportunities to look at more closely. We have feeling unloved, and we have weasel. You might weasel out of conversations, or you might weasel out of love conversations. Because maybe you don't have anybody like in your life that you're seeing at the moment. You don't have like a muse or anything. So like other people that are coupled up, you might feel like really like embarrassed around, or you might not want to be like in the conversation because it's couples only or something. And like I have friends that go out with their spouses all the time, and sometimes my boyfriend is like working or whatever at home, because he does work from home sometimes. And when I want to go out, I just go out because I'm my own individual. If he wants to do stuff at home, he can do shit at home. I don't have to be there if he's doing something at work, and I want to go hang out with my friends, which happen to have their spouses around. Like, I don't feel like you should be one entity with like a pairing. I feel like it should be like, hey, I'm gonna do this. I'll be back at this particular time. Like, you don't have to be attached at the hip all the time. That's ridiculous. But I feel like in your case, you wish you had somebody so that you could be attached at the hip. So, like, it is what it is. You kind of want to flaunt your love when you have one. So, I get that too. Anyway, let's see. We have what new project will bring money. We have new energy. We have the Lambreth, and we have a child, and we have a fence. So we have a child, maze, fence, and we have new energy here. So you kind of need to get into a routine of looking for new things like a child would, finding the inventiveness or the imagination of a child in your work, so it feels fresh. It feels like you're looking at it through new eyes instead of looking at the same drab hole in the wall thinking, well, that doesn't go to Wonderland, that goes to that fucking pipe down the fucking goes down to the other pipe down my neighbor's, side of the property. Like, you know what I mean? Like, a child would be like, oh, that's Wonderland hole, the white rabbit lives down there. And you as an adult would be like, fuck, I need to get some cement and fucking patch that fucking hole in, It is what it is, right? But you have to kind of look at your position as an adult into a world of childhood, like wonder, it's weird. But it would help your job and how you take in money too, so it is what it is. We have results. So we have revenge and we have a bitch. So there's somebody who's gonna be like revengeful or a bitch or karmic or retarded, I don't think we should call anybody a bitch anymore because it's lost all meaning because some people use that as a term of endearment. I would just call people retards because then everybody takes notice and wants to see who's being called a retard. Instead of being called a bitch, people would be like, everybody's a bitch. Like, it doesn't matter. But calling somebody retarded, it's like everybody has to, like, see who's fucking being called retarded. So, if there's a problem with an ex or something, usually it, fucking insane. But usually with exes, they have their timing down to, like, a fucking point of view. You could be getting a reward for like curing cancer and then your ex shows up and ruins your entire night, that type of thing. Or you get with somebody who's just a total gold digger and then you find out later from one of your friends. It's really kind of like sours your night or sours who you are as a person. And it shouldn't be that way, to be honest with you. But some people lose their sense of humanity earlier on in life because of their own experiences with that. It's either survival or using, and it's not really a good concept to have as a human being because it numbs your fulfillment level and your happiness level, And if you think about it too much, then you yourself become your own worst, like, cynic. But yeah, usually if you keep to yourself and you feel the wonder and thing in your particular situation, and you don't allow other people to come in on your energy and stuff like that, you keep to yourself, you kind of hermit it out, which, Virgos are known for. You get a sense of, hey, it's not as bad as it looks from other people's point of view. You can't buy other people's point of view. They have their own set of rules and bullshit. Like, maybe you came from, like, a blue-collar situation or, like, a higher middle-class situation, and it's not that bad. It's like, I get by, that type of thing. But other people just have gloom and doom, or they want to use people, or they want to bring somebody down to their level, and it's not characteristic. Unless you're talking about a Gemini that... the Gemini reading was terrible this time around. I'm gonna let you know that right now. They need an earth-bound friend. They need an earth sign as a friend because, like, they're not getting it. But yeah, as far as everybody's concerned, I feel like you just need to stop buying into other people's perceptions of themselves and the situation and buy into your own point of perception. Like, yeah, it might suck, but again, I just have to do this, this, and this and make money. You know, like some people make money very easily. Some people, like myself, have to work at it. But in working at it, it helps. It helps being therapeutic about your situation, where you are, and what you're doing, and all this stuff. People don't realize that. Like, I wasn't always like, hey, like, I can pull a rabbit out of my asshole. I had to work at it. I was born on a Thursday. Thursday is the worst day to be born because you constantly have to work. Your your rewards are few and far between, and when you finally get it, there's some asshole that has to tell you, "Oh, but I did that last week." Fuck you. I've been doing this my entire life. I mean, like when when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. But I'm going to do it right the first fucking time, you know? Thursday children, we're always that nice person that always gets the raw end of the deal. We're the scapegoat, we're the person that works late, we're the person that misses out on our kids' graduation because we can't say no to a situation or a benefit that could help our family out. And I say could in a very demure way because it never does. I missed out on my prom because I had to work 2 fucking shifts because other people were going to their prom, and then like those parents that have children going to prom called out of work too. I was the only one there and I couldn't call out. So I got 2 shifts. Did it help my situation? Yeah, until Christmas time it did. But I always get the raw end of the deal. And maybe you feel the same way. Maybe you get the raw end of the deal all the time. You could win every single award there is to know from fucking earthbound people. And some fucker just has to walk in and fucking just kill the mood. It happens. It happens a lot. And that's why you have depression now, because somebody that you know has to be that person, and is probably a best friend. It's probably a best friend. Or it's a spouse. Or it's your mother. Or it's your father. Or it's that uncle that, you know, I have my fucking resources to pull from. Let's put it to you that way. But there's always one that always has to rain on your parade. Always. Always a narcissist person that does that. But I wouldn't fret it. I would just laugh it off and be like, shut the fuck up. Just get your reward, get your recognition, get your promotion, get the stuff you need for your life. Alright? Because there's a lot of people that want what you have, and they're gonna say, do, try to change your mind about certain people, try to change your mind about your own experiences and how you remembered shit. It's like, it's my experience, it's not your experience. How I perceive to take things is how I perceive to take things. And if you don't like it, then that's your problem. But I'm gonna say what I wanna say. If I wanna write it in a fucking poem and become a millionaire, I'm gonna do that, you know? But you cannot buy into other people's perceptions, because that's where you lose yourself. Because you had to check in with other people to find out what they think about this, and then you had to buy into their fucking shit so that you can feel like you're being acknowledged, which sucks. You shouldn't do that. Anyway, Virgo, before going too deep about human psyche and therapy, I just want to tell you, whatever you're doing it good. You're doing it well, and you're doing it extraordinary good. And I say extraordinary good because good in my family is a derogatory word. And people will get triggered. So hopefully you get where I'm coming from. And I love you. I will see you in the next reading. Take care of yourselves. Take care of everyone. And I will see you in the next reading. Alright? Later.